"You're disgusting," my father said, spitting the words across the dinner table. He didn't even blink. Didn't care that every head in the room turned toward me. Didn't care that my hands were trembling. "This job of yours," he said, raising his voice, "it's a disgrace to this family." And just like that, after nearly 3 decades of biting my tongue, of burying my ambitions in silence, I finally breathed out. I stood, slid the chair back under the table, looked him straight in the eye, and said, "You're right. I don't belong here." Then I walked out of that house, out of their world. No shouting, no slammed doors, just quiet. They never got me. Not once. Ever since I was 12, building my first app, I knew exactly where my future was. But to them, anything related to tech was nonsense. My father expected doctors, lawyers, people with polished shirts and firm handshakes. Not someone who built software. Not someone who wore sweatshirts to meetings and made money tapping on a keyboard. He never once said he was proud. Not when I sold my third startup. Not even when I closed a single deal that earned me more than he'd made in 2 decades. He just looked at me like the money was somehow dirty. Like I was. Still, I kept showing up. Birthdays, holidays, reunions. I tried. Until Anna got sick. Stage 4 liver cancer. Sudden. Ruthless. They didn't even tell me. I learned about it through a cousin's social media post. When I showed up, uninvited, Mom greeted me with that tight-lipped half-nod. Dad didn't say a thing. Anna smiled faintly from her bed. We hadn't spoken in years, not out of hate, but because he always kept me on the sidelines. Still, she reached for my hand. Still, I sat with her. I told her I'd help. She cried. I meant every word. Then came the family meeting. 6 weeks later. Same table. Same icy silence. They laid everything out like it was a business pitch. Overseas treatment, experimental trials, private flights, hotel stays. Total cost, $100,000. And suddenly, every pair of eyes turned to me, even the cousins, even the aunts. Like I was the ATM they'd all been waiting to cash in. Dad leaned back and cleared his throat. "You owe this to your sister." I didn't argue. I just said, "I'll think about it." That's when he lost it. Called me filth. Said I was a mistake. Said I had brought shame to the family. That's when I left. But I didn't walk away. I went home and started looking into things. Something didn't sit right. That plan didn't cost $100,000. At most, $40,000. So where was the other $60,000 going? Quietly, I made some calls. Reached out to the hospital, a friend in finance, even the doctor running the clinical trial. That's when I found it. The treatment quote sent to my father's email had one extra line. Consulting fee, $60,000. To be wired to an alternate account. The account belonged to Brian, my cousin. The one always broke, always between jobs, always asking for help. It was all a setup. They were using Anna's illness to corner me. Playing on guilt. Playing on love. That's when something in me snapped, not in rage, but in clarity. So I made a decision. I called Anna privately. Told her I'd cover everything. Every dollar. But the payments would go straight to the hospital. No middlemen. No family interference. She cried again. This time, she asked me why. Because I told her, "You're the only one who ever wanted nothing but my time." Then I called Brian. Told him I knew everything. Told him the IRS would too, unless he returned every dime he'd siphoned from the family. Because I had proof. Every transfer. Every lie. Every receipt. He panicked. Begged. I gave him 1 week. Then I wrote the email. Subject. The family meeting. I attached screenshots. The fake invoice. The consulting line. The messages between Brian and my father plotting to split the money. Then I hit send. To everyone. No explanation. Just the facts. By the time Dad called, it had already gone viral within the family. My phone lit up. Some shocked. Some apologizing. Others pretending they hadn't known. This time, I let him talk. I let him beg. "It was a misunderstanding," he said. "You're blowing this out of proportion. We need you. Your sister needs you. I paused. You're right. Anna needs me. And I'm already taking care of her. But you need cash. And you call me disgusting. So here's my advice. Go ask your pride to pay your bills. Then I hung up. Weeks later, Anna's improving. She texts me every day. We joke about old movies. She's getting stronger. As for Dad, word got out. His friends, his church group, the investors he always tried to impress, they all saw it. Funny how nothing shatters a man faster than being exposed by the very child he spent years trying to silence. I never shouted. I never caused a scene. I didn't need to. I let the truth speak and let the silence do the rest.